Y como dijo Vargas, no te rajes, Jalisco.
Guadalajara, 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 Guadalajara. Ay, 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 ay.
Thank you so much.
Where are you from, Carlos? You're from Perfect.
No, no, one more.
What's your name? This is what I have to do. Okay. I want you to see this now.
That's going.
Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it.
Hay otro por
Except for
acá.
your parents. Listen to your parents. Okay? But in life, don't let anybody else tell you that you can't be the person that you're going to be, that you can't be great. Okay? You can't. Okay? You know what I'm saying? No? You don't know what I'm saying? You tell her, make sure you know. You know this talking and he's like, yes.
Alright, awesome.
Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Thank you. It'll be great.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for waiting. You know what? Hi, how are you? I'm good. Lexi? Okay, where you from? Oh, okay, perfect. It is my first time. Yes, I'm loving it. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Don't stop dreaming. Just make sure you action. Make sure I'm holding you to that promise. Hi, how are you? I'm good. Teresa? Oh, good. Perfect. Nice meeting you. Are you from here? You are? Actually, I'm from the United States and originally from New York. Yeah, but I live in Florida now. Yeah, you'll definitely find it out. And there's activity. Yeah, so it's not just a routine, it's activity. And I'm holding you accountable. You're going to be held accountable. Yeah, yes. And you also can do this like my own. finding yourself not using it and you're great. Okay? Okay, perfect. Yes. So have you seen my book already? You've seen it before? Okay. Okay. Keep your stance with you at all times, okay? Once you read your book, don't waver from anything. Right? Just keep it. Okay. You have your phone ready if you like a picture. All right.
Okay. Hola.
Have you all already followed me on Facebook? Follow me. Oh, so now I have to change the title. Oh. Just remember, if you use that word,
Sendikte mi diye söyledim.
this will help you.
Ya bana şey dedi arkadaşlar. Ondan sonra bu telepaket diye bir yer var ya.
You have everything that you needed. Just let it go.
Hola, ladies. Or even earlier. Let's go tomorrow.
Hi. What's your name? Olga. Olga, I love that. Where are you from? Oh, okay, perfect.
No, perdón.
This year is going to help you fight every battle you deal with. Parenthood, work, life. It's going to help you fight everything. It's going to give you that thing. See how strong that person is? I don't know what it is, but it doesn't feel strong. It's going to give you that strength, okay? And that's what you want. That's what you're going to need. That's what you need. You feel like it's a lot. You need that sacrifice. So this is going to give it to you. Don't let this sit on the shelf. It's not going to help you on the shelf, okay? My barcode will take you to my website as well, okay? There's more information. Follow me. I'll be posting my Thank you so much.
You speak English?
Yes.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yes.
Just about the book? What's your name?
Hello, my name is Olga. Olga.
Olga.
Yes.
How are you doing today?
I go to Lima. Give me some books.
Okay. What made you line up and get a copy of Carmen's book? What do you find interesting about this?
I don't know. I didn't know her, but the lady did me come.
And what are you looking forward to this book?
Security, some
Yeah, it is a very inspiring book. It's a self-help
Yes.
book. It's great to help us at least understand what's going on. And in times of anxiety or depression, at least there's something that will guide us. So this is what this book is about.
Yeah.
It's really going to help.
You read this?
I've had our synopsis, so it's pretty much very interesting at the back of the book.
I think give me.
Yes. Let us know. You followed her Instagram.
Yes, I follow.
You can give her a comment about the book.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Olga.
Thank you.
Just gracias.
Goodbye.
Where are you from? Okay. Now, I have on here tips to sort of deal with your own. That's going to take you
Let's go. Yeah. Can I ask you some questions while Carmen is doing an interview? Your name is Jamila, right? Maybe you can introduce your friend too. Just join us. Andrea. Andrea and Jamila, are you guys native here in Guadalajara? Okay. But it's also in Mexico, yeah. Okay. So, ReadersMagnet, we are an American publishing firm. We're based in San Diego, California, and I hope you don't mind me asking some questions. about Carmen and about the book. So what brought you here in Guadalajara?
We like the books, and our school just invited to be here today, and we just come and
Which school are you guys from?
normal, urbana, yeah, normal. Instituto de Educación Normal de Nayarit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like in English, it's like university normal. The normal
Yeah, the normal
of Nain, your place. Okay, perfect. So you said that your school brought you here.
Yeah.
Is that a school requirement? All of the students are here today.
No, just solo que quería venir just us and other students, like a little group.
A little group of people.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So my question is, since you got a book, Your Warrior Stands. What are you looking forward to this book?
It looks like you can learn from this, and also this is interesting. Yeah,
You like that because it's like a novel, right? It's like novella. You guys can speak in Spanish because this is live right now on Facebook, on YouTube, and Instagram. So you can search Readers Magnet on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You guys are being watched right now all over the world. You definitely can also speak in Spanish. How about you, Andrea? What are you looking forward to this book? Like everything? This okay. It is a self-help book. This is a self-help book. If in any way you are in depression or you've experienced anxiety, sometimes troubles at school or with a family, you definitely can read that book. So it's something that can nourish your soul as well. You know, is there anything that you've experienced recently that made you feel down or low? You do?
Yeah, it can help me.
That book would be perfect for you. How about you? You too? What is it about exactly? I mean, if you can share it.
I have depression and anxiety. Like I take medicine.
You do.
Yeah.
What triggered that, Jamila?
I don't know. It's just like my brain. I think that.
Do you feel pressured
Yeah.
at school? Is that usually school?
No, it's usually
Life in general.
Yeah.
But you're taking medicine.
Yeah.
How long have you been taking medicine?
Like 1 year.
For 1 year now?
But I'm
How old are you, Jamila, if you don't mind me asking?
18 years old.
You're 18, you're very young.
I know.
I think this is a perfect time, you know? This is like a perfect time, a perfect place for you to find this book, Your Warrior Stands, because you definitely will learn from that. Okay? I hope you enjoy your time here in Guadalajara International Book Fair. Looking forward to visit us. We'll be here until Wednesday.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. In the next few minutes, we are going to proceed with our author interview with our one and only book signing author for today, the opening day of Guadalajara International Book Fair, Ms. Carmen Davenport, the author of the book Your Warrior Stance.
Y como dijo Vargas, no te rajes, Jalisco.
All right, hi everybody. We're live right now in the Readers Magnet social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And right here with us is our amazing, talented, inspiring author, Carmen Davenport, the author of the book Your Warrior Stance. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I can see that in your first hour as a book signing author, you did have a blast. How is it
Yes.
feeling?
Oh my gosh. I have an adrenaline rush right now. And actually, I was concerned. I said, I don't think I have enough books.
I know.
Yeah. I literally probably went through about 50, 60 books already, so it's a lot of books. Yeah.
How do you find the Guadalajara people?
Very kind. Everybody here is very friendly. Everybody here is open. They just love life. That's what I love. I see people actually want to learn. They want to grow. And that's what's important to me. Yeah.
Although at first, when we put up our booth here, at first there's going to be that language barrier because we
Yes.
don't speak Spanish, but we can understand a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you have a hard time also?
I did a little bit, but I understood the ones who did not speak English, and I just referred to someone else. Okay, make sure you pass this information to them so they know what I'm saying, because I'm leaving personal messages. I don't have a standard message. And I want to make sure that each person who's reading it or gets a book understand that it's personalized specifically for them. So, yeah.
What I really like about your book signing is that it wasn't difficult at all.
No.
You are a natural magnet. You
Thank
are a
you.
reader's magnet. You are a natural magnet. You just
Yes.
made people line up,
Yes.
although they don't really understand the book yet because
Yeah.
they're still far from your table, but they're waiting, right?
Yeah.
I can even see someone right now at the back of, behind you right now who's already checking out your books.
Wow.
So it's very exciting.
Thank
and
you.
if there's something to worry about, maybe your books may run out very fast
That's
soon.
the only thing, and that's a good thing.
It
That's
is a good thing.
Yeah.
It is a good thing. So what made you think of having a book signing here in Mexico?
This is the second largest international book fair. I was presented at the first largest book fair in Germany. However, I wasn't able to be there personally. So I said I had to be here for the second one. There's no way I cannot come to the second largest international book fair. So this is it. This is it. And I'm grateful for the people who I'm meeting. Everybody's just awesome and they're receptive. And I love that.
Thank you so much. And
Thank
we're so
you.
excited as well. It
Yes.
turns out to be a positive result already in your
Yes.
first hour in your book
Yes,
signing. Okay.
yes.
I believe you're with someone today?
I am my companion. He probably went to the restroom.
Okay. So you're originally from New York, you said.
I am.
But you're now residing in Florida.
Yes.
So you grew up all your life in New York and then you moved into
No,
Florida?
actually, I left New York when I was 19, and I joined the United States Marine Corps. So,
Wow.
yeah, from there, I went all over the world. I actually fought well, not physically fought, but I went to Iraq twice, and I went to Afghanistan once. So, when I retired, I decided to retire in Florida. So that's where I'm residing now.
You mentioned in your bio that you've been in Marine Corps for 25 years?
25.
And how is it
25.
like to be working that long? I mean, 25 years
25 years is a long time.
That's a long time.
You know, especially when you're dealing in a whole different mindset. You know, you're having to fight wars. I'm having to leave my family. I'm having to go to other countries to help protect our families. You know, here. So it's a lot. It's a lot, especially when you're giving to other people and you're dedicating your life to other people. That's a lot. Everybody can't do that. You know,
Exactly.
so I'm grateful for the Marine Corps. I'm grateful for everything that I've learned, and with my life prior to the Marine Corps, as well as with the Marine Corps, all of that is what's incorporated in this book. So all of that is incorporated. That's what created my warrior stance, which is now your warrior stance.
Because you are.
Yes.
You are a warrior.
Thank you.
I mean, I have friends who've been to the Marine as well, and probably have also tried war
Yeah.
in the Middle East.
Yeah.
And at some point, in one way or another, it has caused them some sort of like the PTSD.
Yeah.
Did you experience that too? How did you deal with that?
I do, and I did. I do experience PTSD, not to the point where, you know, I'm fighting people coming in my house. Now, in the beginning, I did experience that, and that's when I actually learned that I had PTSD. I used to have nightmares of people breaking into my house. And I was very protective over my daughter because I'm a single parent. And my concern was always trying to protect my daughter. So for years, I dealt with PTSD. It's controlled now, you know, and it may affect me at times with my memory or my focus, because right now I'm in my doctorate program.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm finding that to be very difficult, you know. But yes, I have experienced that. And I can tell you, when people have, and it's not just people who have gone to war, you know, a lot of people experience PTSD. If you've dealt with any type of abuse, you may be dealing with PTSD. You can also deal with PTSD by just seeing something happen. You don't have to have had a personal experience with it. If you saw something happen, that could create or trigger a post-traumatic stress on you. So, you know, it's very important to understand that. This here, your warrior stance was created with all of that in mind. I've dealt with that. I'm a single parent. I've dealt with abuse in my life from my stepfather as a child. So I've dealt with a lot of things. A lot of people write books and they say that this is who they are, but I truly lived who I am. And I truly live this warrior stance. And I know that it's tried and true. I know if you follow the steps that I have in here, because the warrior stance is they're actually an acronym. Okay, warrior stance is an acronym. 13 principles. So it's warrior. And you've got, from warrior stance, you have wisdom, you have authority, you have risk taking, you have resilience, you have how to be reliant, you have investment. You got to invest in yourself, right? Purchasing this book will help you invest in yourself. You know, be open-minded to other people. We don't have to always just stay in our own little circle. You know, our environments create our perception of life. And that perception is what drives our actions. And those actions, well, the perception drive our decisions, and decisions drive our actions, right? So And once you start applying your warrior stance to everything that you do, it's just going to help you grow. It's just going to help you do better. Yeah.
Before I proceed to my next question, we have here one of our viewers right now who's watching. Riley Miller from the United States.
Oh, wow.
Her question is, do you think people should reflect their self-worth in career and achievements?
Say that again.
Do you think people should reflect their self-worth and career achievements?
Reflect it? Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to reflect your self-worth. If you don't know who you are, then nobody else will know who you are. If you don't know how great you are, nobody else will know how great you are, right? So you have to reflect that. And you want to be able to walk in your power. That's where that self-worth come in. You know who you are. You walk in your power. That creates your stance, because now you're going to walk. Your shoulders are going to be held up. Your shoulders are going to be held back, right? And you're going to have a different perception of even yourself. When you walk into anything, you're going to have that confidence. But you have to have self-worth first. Nobody's going to believe you if you don't have self-worth. So that's going to help give you that confidence, and that's going to help you with your purpose, you know? So you need to have self-worth. Absolutely. Reflect that. Don't let anybody stifle you from who you are and everything that you've done in life. Don't let it happen.
When did you write the book, Carmen?
I'm sorry?
When did you write the book?
I wrote the book. You know something? I wrote this is kind of like, I won't say a sequel, but the first book is called The Warrior Stance. And then I went through and I revised some things and I changed the title. So it's more personal, because when you carry this, I want you to understand this is your warrior stance. This is you. So I actually wrote this, I'll say in 2019, but this book was released at the beginning of this year. Yeah. So it's on Amazon. You can order it through my website, invincibleyoucoaching.com. So you can come get the book, I'm telling you. And get it and implement it now. You know, you want to implement it right now, because there's 13 principles in here. And you can take each principle maybe a month and read through it. You know, read through it, apply it to your life. Or you can do it once a week, you know. But take it and really focus on it. There's affirmations in here, and there's other applicable areas in here that's going to help you be accountable to yourself. And that's what's important. We don't like to be accountable.
We have another question from Jennifer Jackson.
Sure.
Do you think it's truly possible to have a healthy and happy family and find success in one's career? I feel like one is commonly compromised for the other's success, just like family and career.
Sure. There is an issue with work-life balance, right? There's an issue with that. But you get your stance, and you'll be able to help balance everything, right? There's always going to be an issue with work-life balance. I'll say this. One isn't more important than the other. Okay? One isn't more important. The value that you give to it is how you're creating what's important. So don't give a particular value. Your family is always going to need you, but we also need our work to take care of our families, right? So work-life balance is what we need. Don't waver on it. It may be a little difficult at times, but you can't, you can't waver. You'll be able to achieve anything that you have. Trust me. Read the book. Read the book. You'll have it.
You mentioned about 13 principles. You definitely live by these principles that made who you are today.
Yes.
It's actually a breath of fresh air to know that book is actually an acronym.
It is.
You said like W is
it's
wisdom, right?
Authority, resilience. You have risk taking. You have investment. You invest in yourself. Be open-minded. Then you have being reliant. You have to learn to be reliant to other people. You know, and your stance, your S is setting goals. You have to set goals in life. Make a target. And once you make your target, that's a T. Make a target and go for your target. So anything you want to achieve, you can achieve it. You have your target. Setting goals is an acronym also. There's an acronym in there. I'm not going to tell you, but once you have that, you'll be able to create your target. And once you create your target, never change your target, never change your goals, okay? The only thing you need to change is your trajectory. That's it. You may be over here, and if you're over here going that way, then you'll be off target. So stay on target, keep your trajectory, okay? And then you have A, being in a legion. You want to be in a legion. You want to, for one, have purpose, okay? You want to dedicate yourself to something, right? For me in the military, I was allegiant to the United States, you know? So I was allegiant to all of the citizens here, right? So you want to be allegiant. Don't go wavering on your word. Always hold your stance on your words. Networking, right? You want to be able to create a good network. That network is going to help you move forward. And then you have C is for cognizant. Always be cognizant of your surroundings. Always know what's happening around you, so you know how to implement certain things, or you know how to adjust, right? Always be cognizant. And then be enthusiastic. In everything you do, be enthusiastic. Life is short, right? Be enthusiastic. Get your warrior stance, move forward, be enthusiastic, knowing that you're about to accomplish greatness. You're about to achieve something you've never achieved before. That should be something that you're excited about, right? Yeah.
Wow, amazing. I haven't had my lunch yet, but I'm already full.
Oh.
Listening to you, Carmen, that's
you.
amazing. I mean, warrior stance is quite long, but now it makes sense. Putting a definition or a word in each acronym, to that acronym, to every letter. And I really like the letter E because it's enthusiasm. I think
that's the last one, because you're
pays.
going to go through stuff and you have to be enthusiastic with all of it.
Exactly. Sometimes life can be very difficult. You know, it's topsy-turvy. You don't know where to go sometimes.
Exactly.
Sometimes you don't. It's not always a good day. It's not always a Christmas day, right? But if you put if you are grateful in everything that you have and enthusiastic in doing things, I think you would just be surprised that you just did the day and it went well because you put a smile to it in doing things, right? But if you were to choose at least one letter there, what's your most favorite?
My most favorite is risk taker. Risk taker. And that's because we don't take risks enough. You're not going to set goals if you don't take risks. You're not going to acquire that target if you don't accept risk, right? And you're not going to establish a great network around you if you don't take that risk to step out of your comfort zone, right? You're not going to do it. So risk taker is something that we have to hold on to. We have to be risk takers. If you want to be successful, you have to be a risk taker. Unsuccessful people don't take risks, right? They don't. That's why they're unsuccessful. They don't take risks. So if you want to be successful, if you want to grow, if you want to mature, if you want to create something out of your life, if you want to build something for your generations, right? You want to build for your family, you have to take a risk. You're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to do those things or accomplish those things if you don't take a risk. The same with work. You want to get a promotion, right? A lot of people want to get promoted. But if you don't put yourself out there to get promoted, then you're not going to get it. They're not going to notice you. So this book here is going to help provide you the principles to take that risk, to understand, to learn wisdom, to know when to use your risk. That's what's important. We can have information and knowledge, but we don't know how to use it.
Final
it doesn't
question.
matter.
Because it sounds so nice to the ears knowing that someone as successful as you telling us that when there's too much comfort, there's really no success because you would not be able to discover yourself or the world because you don't take the risk. So what do you think makes people not take risk?
Absolutely, fear. Fear. This society right now, this world is so stuck on social media and what other people think and what other people are going to say, that you don't step out of your own comfort zone. You have to learn to be uncomfortable with being comfortable. That's the only way you're going to grow. Just like iron sharpens iron. Okay, you think that that's kind of like an oxymoron, but when you put those two together, the shining is kind of, rubbing off the rough edges, right? You need that. You have a file and you and you have some rough edges. You have to follow those rough edges, okay? So you have to get out there. You have to take risks, but just don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Don't listen to society. Don't let society dictate who you're going to be. Your warrior stance is who you're going to be. You have it. You have everything you need in you. You just need to release it. All of the courage that you already have, all of the power that you already have. You already have resilience in you. You have a lot of characteristics in you. You just need to pull it out. Your warrior stance is going to help pull that out. And when you're walking, trust me, people are going to notice something different about you because you're stronger, you're more confident, and that's what you need to have.
Amazing. You should be the one to find your stance as a warrior.
Yes, yes. And you can't waver, right? Your warrior stance, you have your sword and you have your shield.
Perfect.
Your sword and shield, that's what we fight with.
I think that's just really the perfect message to the world right now, especially in the social media age.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody define who you are and who you will be.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a perfect warrior stance.
Yes, yes, awesome.
Thank you so much, Carmen Davenport,
Thank you.
for a successful book signing.
Thank you
This
so
has been a
much.
successful one. I know your book is going to run out very soon.
You know, I only prepared for one day. They told me one day, and the last minute they gave me 5 days. I'm like, I only ordered books for one day. You know,
It's okay, it's okay. Today and tomorrow will be the public days, so that would be perfect to really, get connected with your readers, the audience.
Perfect.
So
Awesome.
no doubt about that. Thank you so much, Carmen.
Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you,
Really
thank you.
appreciate it.
Again, readers.
Y como dijo Vargas, no te rajes, Jalisco.
Guadalajara, 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 Guadalajara. Ay, 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 ay.
All right, good afternoon. We have here Leticia Lopez, the author of the book Muñecas, a memoir. Amazing. So how are you doing today, Leticia?
I'm really good. I'm very excited about being in this festival. This is my hometown, so it even
Wow.
makes it more important.
So you really are from Guadalajara.
I'm from Guadalajara. I was born here in Guadalajara and went to Los Angeles when I was 7 years old.
When you were 7 years old, that's what
I
you
was
said.
7 years old, so I was raised coming back and forth from Los Angeles to Guadalajara. Oh my God.
Oh my God, amazing. So this has to be very emotional for you because you really are from here and you brought your book here.
Yes, this is a dream that I had for a long time. Never did I imagine that it would come true, but dreams do come true. This is the proof. And coming to Guadalajara, my family is very excited and very happy. So it makes me very emotional.
Perfect. So you said that your family is watching us right now.
Yes.
We are live on Facebook,
Oh,
YouTube, and Instagram. Definitely, can they watch you live and share this to their social media accounts even after your interview? They still can watch it.
okay.
Okay, so just please tell them. Where exactly in Guadalajara are you from?
I'm from a place called San Andres, which is next to Tlaquepaque, which is kind of the town of the mariachi. Everybody knows Tlaquepaque is mariachi. So
I know
that's
about
where-
mariachi.
Oh, you know about mariachi? Yes.
So is that the birthplace of mariachi?
Pretty close. The birthplace of mariachi is in a town called Tecalitlan, which is not too far from Guadalajara, but Tlaquepaque is where all the mariachis meet to play.
To play. Amazing, amazing. What I like about Guadalajara, it's just full of arts and it's clean. It's amazing. We were touring around sometimes during our breaks, and we find it amazing. So you have a very beautiful hometown.
Thank you. I'm so proud of it.
Is your family going to be here to support you?
Wednesday, they're going to be here Wednesday.
Are they going to be here on Wednesday?
Yes, I am. I'm here for 5 days.
Oh, you're going to be here for 5 days. Perfect. Now let's talk about what inspired you to writing the book. You said that you're from Guadalajara. You moved when you were 7 to Los Angeles, and you come back and forth. You're frequent to Guadalajara. Your book title is still very Spanish. It's muñecas, and I know that word. It's doll, right? So who's the doll, or what is the doll?
Okay, the story in itself is a memoir. It's a story that took place 40 years ago. This is me 40 years ago. And it takes place in the first 5 years of my marriage. My second son was born with a congenital heart disease, and he lived in the hospital for almost 9 months with me in the hospital with him, and he passed after so much torture and tribulations with needles and tubes. And he was supposed to only live 2 weeks, but he lived 8 months because I believed that I was always next to him. I was always with him. And so when he finally passed, I went through really bad depression, almost uncontrollable depression. And so my husband, being from a little village here in Jalisco, he didn't find any more choice but to send me to the village. And in the village, being a city girl, I had never been to a village where there's no toilet, there's no running water, there's no electricity. So it was a challenge for me, but it was a learning experience after some time of getting used to the place and meeting the people there and meeting mostly the women who taught me resilience, power of belief mostly. Most of these women have had some type of loss, and even the men, some type of loss being maybe a child or an adult or a physical part of their body. And so I saw how they were okay with God, that it was something that needed to happen for a reason, or not needed to happen, but was supposed to happen. And so I started seeing a whole different face of death and acceptance. And so just living with them for a few months, visiting the mountains, them showing me about herbs and rituals and mystical stories just made me see life from a whole different perspective. Now, why muñecas? Well, when I was living with these women, the women taught me things of the village. But then they asked me, we taught you things of the village. What do you do? And I said, I teach. And they said, what do you teach? And I said, I teach ballet folklorico, which is Mexican dance. I teach English, and I do a self-esteem class. And they said, can you teach us? So I taught them a dance, ballet folklorico, which is a Mexican ethnic dance. And I taught them that, and then I gave them a little workshop on self-esteem, which begins with childhood. And through this little workshop, I found out that these women didn't have a childhood. That because of the poverty in the village, they, by the age maybe of 7, 8, were taking care of brothers and sisters, doing the caretaking in the house. Mama worked in the fields with the father. And so they didn't have a childhood. And so when I asked them about the childhood, all they could say is, well, we played with our little brothers and sisters as they were our dolls, because we didn't have dolls. And that was one of the words they had in common, all of them. So they were very saddened by the question. And they said that that was their wish. I mean, these ladies were already 20 and 30 and 40, and their wish was still for them to one day have a doll. So it was time for me to come home. And when I came home to Los Angeles, I didn't think of ever, coming back and healing. I felt healed, but in visiting Toys R Us with my boy, I was gonna go buy him. He wanted a Superman, so we were cruising to the aisle, and I saw a sign that said dolls, 2 for 1, 2 for the price of 1. So it just came to my head at that moment to buy the dolls. 6 months later, I took the dolls back to the village, and in a moment of togetherness, I gifted them the dolls, and they became something that I had never witnessed before. They became children. They held their dolls, they touched their dolls, they sang to their dolls, they were grateful to reach into their childhood and finally have a doll. And in a way, they felt complete. And watching this, I felt complete. So the reason for the title is because Muñecas brought this peace to both of us. And I now give workshops with people who have depression or lost children, and we tune into that feeling of holding a dog. A dog gave me a lot of peace when I lost my child. It was like, because when I lost my child, my arms were empty. I felt like something was missing, a limb or something. But holding a dog, to some people, my sons who are adults now would tell me, Mom, my friends don't see that, like, are you okay in the head holding a dog? But to me, it brought me peace. And so this is what the book brings to readers. It brings peace. It brings hope.
It must have been a serendipity of experience
Yes.
for you to get to that village and get to know these women, give them dolls. I think that thanks for sharing that story, because at some point I really thought this was you're the muñeca, but really the muñecas are really the actual dolls and the experience.
It's the actual dolls, but the muñeca, I also explain in the book that the muñeca, because men read my books and they say jogging is my muñeca, because that's where I find peace and I feel. And then another one, so music is, when I play music, it's my doll, it's my muñeca. They just have another name for it. They never thought of it, what gave them comfort. So muñecas could be anything. I found it wasn't my intention. My readers brought that to my attention. Muñecas could be anything.
It's a perfect metaphor. I mean, muñecas, anything that you would do that gives you peace. That's what you're saying.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay. Now, is there any in that book? It's a memoir. Definitely, it's like your life story.
It is my
the
life story.
Experience of these people in the village, and how it's impacting also to the lives of the many right now. To those who are reading the book, what do you want them to learn from the book?
Well, most of all, I want them to feel comfort. What I felt writing this, I started writing this 40 years ago as my child was in the hospital. I started journaling, write feelings. And what I found out during my journals was I wanted to find someone that understood me, someone that knew where I was coming from. So the most important thing that I want to happen with this book is for people that are looking for that empty spot when they lose something, especially another person, maybe a mother, maybe a father, they feel that empty spot. My wish is that they find that, and I hear that they do, and feel that spot and learn that there's hope and there's peace, and there's a way of learning that these things happen by nature and we'll be together soon, and it's just a peaceful feeling. You lose something or someone, because this could be something or someone, you go through the stages of mourning. A divorce, you go through a mourning, but each step takes you to a place where you yearn, and so this book teaches about fulfilling those yearnings. And I feel that I didn't intend the book to be for that. I wrote it strictly for women that, not writing it, I kept journaling and kept the manuscript. But once it was published and out, I realized that it was reaching out further, not just women, people in general.
People in general. Okay. So is this a 40-year-old story?
Yes, it is.
It's a 40-year-old story.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. It's a 20-year-old young lady with a 60-year-old author. And it just came out after the 40 years. And it seems to me that it's like a good soup that cooked for a long time and brought out all these
The
flavors.
broth.
Yes.
We have a question from Donald Rosenbun, who's from the United States. Was it ever hard writing about the time in your life? I think that's it. Was it ever hard writing about that time?
It was very difficult. During my journaling, a lot of tears, and it was just to let it out. But then afterwards, it was about, well, how do I find the answer to this pain? I must confess that writing this book was painful. It was not easy because it was I started writing the book from the manuscripts and the journal maybe 10 years ago, but it was like reliving this thing. I relived it, and I remember hearing authors saying, it's like giving birth. Literally, this was giving birth to this whole feeling that I thought I had buried, that I thought I gotten over, but writing it brought about those feelings. And I realized that this is where I can help people. This is basically a self-help book. It is. It should be in the self-help section. But yes, it was very difficult and hard, but it's very beautiful when you get through it and you realize, I'm glad I went through it. Bittersweet.
It's bittersweet. So where can we find you? Your readers,
Amazon.
everyone is watching us right now.
I'm on Amazon. It's in Spanish and in English. And it's muñecas. You go to Amazon under Leticia Cervantes Lopez and the title, and you find whichever side you want. If you're looking for the Spanish version, you should look and it says Ramilletes de Recuerdos, which means memories, and in English it's just memoir. But it's the same content, the same story.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Leticia. It's a very inspiring book, and your
you.
story is also very inspiring.
Thank you so much. It's going to be the making a movie is in the works right now.
Wow.
That's the good news I received this morning.
Oh, amazing.
So I'm sharing it with you.
Thank you so much. Something to look forward to.
Yes, it is.
Something to look forward to. So definitely, if you have a website, maybe they can always visit.
Yes, it's yo, Y-O, soy, S-O-Y, Leticia Cervantes.
Leticia Cervantes.
It's just my website. And I have, yes, and my website is leticiacervantes.com, and my Instagram is yo soy Leticia Cervantes.
Perfect. You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. She's available on her websites, Amazon, I believe in Barnes & Noble too, in both English and Spanish. Again, the author of the book Muñecas, the memoir, we have Leticia Cervantes Lopez. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
so
having me.
much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Y como dijo Vargas, no te rajes, Jalisco.